Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your dependable source for verified updates on the dinar market, shifting bank procedures, and clear financial guidance. As of the current date in the USA, new and confirmed developments are beginning to shape how American holders of Iraqi dinar can move forward with the exchange process. Whether biggest questions on everyone's mind. Whether Bank of America is officially processing Iraqi dinar transactions is now being met with credible answers. Based on documented client experiences, internal confirmations, and recent patterns, certain Bank of America locations across the country are indeed offering dinar exchanges through their foreign currency desks. This isn't speculation or internet chatter. Verified reports show that multiple branches across different states have started quietly engaging in these transactions. While it's far from a nationwide rollout, and not every location has the system in place, this signals a turning point. For a major U.S. banking institution to even partially accommodate the dinar is a strong indication that its status in financial systems is evolving. That said, walking into a branch without preparation could lead to confusion or wasted effort. The most important step before heading to a bank is to make a call. Specifically, ask for someone working in international or foreign currency services. Confirm that the branch you're considering is capable of processing Iraqi dinar transactions. Don't assume the answer is yes. Some branches may not have the tools in place yet, and others may be unaware of updated internal policy. A quick confirmation call will save you time and avoid unnecessary frustration. Once you've confirmed the branch handles IQD exchanges, preparation becomes your next priority. The condition of your notes matters more than most realize. Notes that are damaged, extremely wrinkled, or heavily worn could be turned away. Bills in clean, crisp condition, especially newer printings, are generally preferred. Take the time to sort and count them accurately before your visit. A little organization on your part can go a long way in speeding up the exchange process and ensuring a smooth experience. When you arrive at the branch, bring along proper identification. A government-issued photo ID, such as a driver's license or passport, is typically required. It's also a good idea to carry a recent utility bill or bank statement that confirms your address, just in case the bank requests an additional form of verification. Let the staff at the front desk know that you're there specifically to exchange Iraqi dinar. Most likely, you'll be asked to wait for someone from the foreign currency team or a manager. This is standard for this kind of transaction. When you sit down with the representative, they'll use a secure bank-issued system to pull up the live exchange rate. Keep in mind, this rate may not match what you see online. Banks often use institution-specific rates that account for minor adjustments or internal fees. Once the calculation is complete, they'll provide the equivalent amount in US dollars. If the rate is acceptable to you, you can go ahead with the transaction. If not, you're free to walk away and revisit the bank when the rate is more favorable. If you choose to proceed, you'll be required to complete documentation in line with standard banking regulations and anti-money laundering protocols. After everything is signed, the exchanged funds are either handed to you in cash or deposited directly into your Bank of America account. If you're not an account holder, some branches may still be willing to provide cash, though that depends on location-specific policies, which is why that first phone call is so crucial. Don't forget to ask for a printed receipt before leaving. This serves as proof of the transaction, supports your financial records, and may come in handy during tax reporting or for future investment documentation. It's not just a routine slip of paper. It's an important safeguard in tracking your financial activity. You might be wondering, why would Bank of America quietly begin facilitating these exchanges now, especially given that Iraq's central bank hasn't formally revalued its currency? The answer lies in market behavior and institutional anticipation. Interest in the Iraqi dinar has grown steadily over the past few years. Iraq's banking and financial systems have made strides toward meeting international benchmarks, embracing transparency, improving regulations, and aligning with global monetary practices. Large financial entities, like Bank of America, are often ahead of the curve. They may begin laying groundwork quietly when sensing a broader market shift on the horizon. A formal revaluation hasn't been announced yet, but speculation continues to swirl throughout the international financial community. The dinar has become one of the most closely watched currencies in the foreign exchange world. Bank-level developments like these may be early indicators that larger institutions are adjusting policies in anticipation of major moves from Iraq. Iraq's trade debt fell more than 40% between August and last August, a dip more than 0.3 inches from its. Resuming from this point, we look at what this means on a larger scale. The willingness of Bank of America to conduct even limited exchanges is more than just a service. It may represent the beginning of increased institutional acknowledgement of the dinar. Although this doesn't mean every branch will be on board immediately, it sets a precedent and reflects a changing attitude toward a currency long seen as high-risk or speculative. For many investors, this shift offers real options. Those who have been waiting for a legitimate channel to liquidate their holdings now have a regulated, transparent route. Whether you're aiming to reduce your position, manage liquidity, or simply test the process before a larger move, the ability to walk into a recognized U.S. bank like Bank of America is a major advantage. On the other hand, some holders may prefer to wait, believing that a formal revaluation could significantly increase their returns. Whichever path you choose, whether to act now or hold for the future, the key lies in strategy, risk assessment, and personal financial goals. What matters most is that for the first time in years, you're not forced to rely on questionable dealers, vague promises, or risky mail-in services. Previously, dinar holders had limited and often unsafe choices. Online platforms of uncertain origin, unlicensed currency dealers, or offshore exchanges that lacked any U.S. regulatory oversight. These routes exposed investors to potential scams, inflated fees, or even loss of their currency altogether. The presence of a major American bank offering this service, even on a limited scale, signals a long overdue shift toward legitimacy. It's a step away from the shadows and toward a regulated system with accountability, record-keeping, and legal protection under U.S. banking laws. Still, it's important to remain cautious. Not every Bank of America location will offer this service, and some viewers have already reported being turned away by local branches. This doesn't mean the option is gone. It just means you may need to dig a little deeper. If your nearest location declines the request, don't hesitate to ask if they can refer you to another nearby branch that does handle foreign currency exchanges. You can also contact the bank's National Customer Service line or browse their official website, where a dedicated section often outlines current foreign exchange services. Keep in mind, internal policies may be evolving faster than frontline staff are being trained. If someone tells you we don't do that here, it's worth politely following up or asking for a second opinion. One critical point to keep in mind is fees. Different branches may apply different fee structures depending on local guidelines, transaction size, or whether you are already a Bank of America customer. Some branches apply a flat transaction fee, others deduct a small percentage from the total amount exchanged. Before you proceed with the exchange, ask for a detailed breakdown of all fees involved. That way, you'll know exactly what you're getting and won't be caught off guard by unexpected deductions. Transparency at this stage is key to ensuring you're making the most out of your investment. Based on first-hand accounts, many individuals who've already completed a dinar exchange at Bank of America describe the process as smooth and efficient. These reports mention courteous staff, clear explanations, and fast processing, often completed in under an hour. Of course, every experience will vary depending on branch size, staff experience, and local demand. But the trend is clear. More and more successful exchanges are happening, and the word is getting out. As this builds, confidence in the dinar market, especially within the U.S., is starting to shift from cautious speculation to quiet optimism. Even with that optimism, it's important to keep your guard up. Be extremely careful when carrying large amounts of currency in public, and avoid using third-party services or online ads promising better rates or faster turnaround. Scammers thrive during times of uncertainty and excitement, especially when official policies are in flux. If someone approaches you claiming they can exchange your dinar for a higher rate, or that they have insider access in exchange for a fee, walk away. Stick with established institutions like Bank of America, where your money is insured and your identity is protected by law. Looking at the broader implications, this policy shift isn't just about American investors. It sends a signal to the international market that Iraq's currency is gaining legitimacy. As more U.S. and global financial institutions begin to quietly open their systems to the dinar, it paves the way for future economic collaboration, investment flows, and international trade involving Iraq. This momentum may not yet be visible in the headlines, but it's certainly building behind the scenes. For Iraq, this gradual acceptance supports stronger global relationships, enhanced financial credibility, and a future that looks increasingly tied to the world's economic structure. The benefits could also trickle down to Iraqi citizens. Greater international visibility and trust in the dinar might lead to more stable economic conditions, higher levels of foreign investment, and stronger national pride in a currency that's historically faced uncertainty. In the long term, these shifts can build a foundation for a healthier economy, better infrastructure, and more secure financial planning for Iraqi families and businesses. For dinar holders in the U.S., this is a crucial moment. The ability to exchange at a major U.S. bank safely and securely is no longer a vague future possibility, it's happening now. While the process still requires preparation, patience, and persistence, the very fact that it exists is a milestone. Former President Trump once highlighted the importance of rebuilding fair financial relationships in the Middle East, and while this exchange policy may not stem directly from his administration, it fits into the broader narrative of strengthening ties with economically re-emerging nations. In summary, the growing willingness of a heavyweight institution like Bank of America to engage with the Iraqi dinar, even quietly, is a signal that the currency's position in global finance is changing. Whether this eventually leads to a formal revaluation or simply opens more exchange routes for the public, the significance cannot be overstated. We've moved from speculation to confirmation, from online rumor to verified branch-level activity, from vague promises to signed receipts. That brings us to the end of today's detailed breakdown. We hope this gave you the clarity and confidence you need to take your next step. Whether you're ready to exchange, planning to wait, or simply learning more, as always, stay informed, stay protected, and be mindful of who you trust with your investments. Thanks for staying with Iraqi Dinar News. We'll continue bringing you verified updates, real-world testimonies, and practical guidance as this story continues to unfold. The road ahead may still have turns, but for now, there's real progress, and for the first time in years, the path to exchange is finally open.